The federal government just announced a third round of disaster relief money, $2.5 billion for states hit by Superstorm Sandy 2 years ago. Investigative reporter Sharyl Attkisson takes a look at where some of those taxpayer billions are going, and just as important, where they are not.
20 months after Superstorm Sandy, it's slow going to rebuild hundreds of damaged properties in the small town of Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
I'd say we're probably 20% on repair.
Mayor Bill Schroeder blames in part a maddening bureaucracy that led residents to put off rebuilding while they waited for federal guidelines that later disqualified them from getting help from New Jersey's $4.2 billion in Sandy aid because their income wasn't low enough.
That almost took a year. So you're almost into like January of 2014 when people realized they weren't getting any money.
Yet disaster relief money went full speed ahead for an expense that's usually off limits: TV ads promoting tourism. This one, part of a series, features New Jersey Governor Chris Christie.
Because we're stronger than the storm.
It turns out the government gave New Jersey and New York special waivers to spend some of their disaster money on tourism ads. Louisiana and Mississippi were granted the same special permission after Hurricane Katrina.
Some people would say, what's wrong with states spending HUD money promoting tourism in places that have been hard hit?
The money was specifically directed for restoration and recovery.
Republican Senator Tom Coburn says disaster aid funds are meant to help those directly affected.
Why is it a federal role that we take money from Oklahoma or Louisiana or California and send it to New Jersey so they can run ads to suck people out of those states to go to New Jersey?
The Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, administers the $15.2 billion allocated for rebuilding from Sandy. It granted the waivers for tourism ads. Nobody there would agree to an interview. In a letter to Senator Coburn, a HUD official said tourism support can be a useful recovery tool in a damaged regional economy that depends on tourism.
Bet it is.
In January, critics accused Christie of appearing in the taxpayer-funded Sandy ads to promote his re-election campaign, accusations he denies.
Today, thousands of New Jersey residents are still waiting to find out if they'll get any Sandy relief money. Senator Coburn has asked HUD to stop allowing tens of millions of it to be spent on TV ads.
As for Point Pleasant, they've learned that getting disaster relief money is easier said than done.
Quite honestly, it was everyone were shaking their heads and throwing their hands in the air.
The townspeople will rebuild, the mayor says, just without much help from billions in federal disaster funds. Investigating Washington, I'm Sharyl Attkisson reporting.
We're glad to welcome Sharyl to our team of national correspondents. Her experience in Washington and dedication to fighting for taxpayers will no doubt bring us eye-opening stories.